YouTube, how's it going? Today we're going to be heading into another episode of the 7-round mock draft series. Today going over to Minnesota and doing the Minnesota Vikings. Shout out to my boys Harrison Klopp and Griffin Peters for watching this video. I know you're big Vikings fans, so hopefully I make you proud doing this. If you guys are new to the channel, please be sure to leave a like, subscribe if you are new, and go ahead and check out Underdog Fantasy at underdogfantasy.com. Link is in the description, and use promo code Sormani, and they'll match your first deposit at up to $100. That is code Sormani, S-O-R-M-A-N-I. Thank you to Underdog for sponsoring the channel again, and we're going to get right into this. The first selection for the Minnesota Vikings is going to be Derek Stingley Jr., the corner out of LSU, which is going to be interesting to see if he falls out of the top 10. His pro day was very, very good for what everyone was wondering. You know, all the questions that needed to be answered, especially about his injury. It looked like it was answered pretty damn well with, you know, all he was able to do at his pro day. But he's one of the most unique players in this class, and he really has the chance to be the best player in this class. With the injuries and the production drop-off since his freshman year, Stingley's had kind of a fall from grace, but truthfully, I believe at the next level he will be a cornerback one, and I think that he'll end up being a top 15 quarterback at that, if not even better. There's really nothing this kid can't do in coverage, and I think he's going to be a solid number one corner for the Minnesota Vikings. Now at pick 46, we're going to be selecting Jalen Pitre, the safety out of Baylor. Safety's a huge need. You know, Harrison Smith's getting older, and there's no real free safety that's starting caliber on the roster. I compare Pitre a lot to Xavier McKinney coming out of Bama, how he plays for the Giants, because he has the ability to play both free safety and strong safety. Really can do it all. He's a hard hitter, but also he's good in coverage, has good ball skills, does a lot for both sides of the ball, whether it's coverage or whether it's coming up and using run support. So I think Pitre can be used in any sense of the way at the safety position for the Vikings, whether that's to be a replacement for Harrison Smith or to start alongside him. I think you're going to make it work very well with Jalen Pitre, and I really do like what he has to offer out of Baylor. Now we have a trade to announce. We're going to be moving up in the draft. The Vikings are going to select at pick 61, and we are going to be giving up picks 77 and 192. Vikings have a good amount of draft picks in this draft class, so moving up to get a guy at a position of need is definitely the case here, and that's what we did. And we moved up to select Phidarian Mathis, the interior defensive lineman out of Alabama. No one could stop the run last season in Minnesota. It was a huge problem. Michael Pierce was supposed to be that replacement, and that just did not work. And getting Mathis is going to be able to plug up the middle as a nose tackle with Dalvin Tomlinson, and it's going to show much improvement in that category. This is a D-tackle class that's very top-heavy. You know, you have your top guys with Mathis and Davis and Wyatt and Leo and Zachary Carter. There's a Travis Jones. You know, there's a drop-off after these guys that is pretty significant. So we moved up, got Phidarian Mathis as one of the last D-tackles left in that top tier, and I think he's going to be an absolute stud. So when you move, we had to move up for a guy like that, and I think it's going to be perfect adding him to the Purple People Eaters on that defensive line. Sorry to interrupt the video, but I just want to talk to you about Underdog Fantasy really quick. The NFL season's over, but you can still draft a new fantasy team on Underdog Fantasy and win cash prizes. They have a slick mobile app and a user-friendly site. You can also join a league and draft a team in minutes. Plus, the folks at Underdog are helping you guys out that are watching the video by matching up to $100 on your first deposit for new users when you use code SORMANI, S-O-R-M-A-N-I. So just go to underdogfantasy.com or go download the App Store or the Google Play Store. Sign up with the code SORMANI, that's S-O-R-M-A-N-I, and Underdog is going to match your first deposit all the way up into $100. That's Underdog Fantasy, promo code SORMANI, S-O-R-M-A-N-I. Now let's get back to this video. Now we're going to be selecting Damone Clark, the linebacker at LSU at 156. Now, this is a benefit to the Vikings for a big reason, because Damone Clark, unfortunately, is going to need spinal fusion surgery, and it's going to make him miss his entire rookie campaign. And he was a second-round talent going into this. Really could even sneak into the first. That's how good of a talent Damone Clark was. But now you're looking at where he's getting drafted, you know, very late. It's a lot different. But he is one of the best linebackers in this class, and very similar to David Ojabo. If there's a team that is talented enough and willing to take a guy like Clark and knows that he's not going to play his first year, you're going to get the guaranteed spoils of his return, and you're going to see how great of a player he is in 2023. And I think that's perfect for a team like Minnesota where, yes, there's holes, but when you look at the board, you need linebacker as well. I think Damone Clark is going to be able to do a lot, and you help him get rehabbed, you help him learn the playbook and learn the scheme, and you go on to the next season with one of the best linebackers in this draft class, and you're going to do a lot for him. So keep him in purple and gold, move him over to Minnesota, and let's get Damone Clark to that defense. Next up at pick 184, we're going to be selecting Thayer Munford out of Ohio State. Munford has a shot, in my opinion, to be a very good guard at the next level, but he's going to need some time to develop because they played him damn near every position at Ohio State. So he's never had the chance to just hone in on one talent, one craft, and develop in that spot. You know, guards and such, you're pulling a lot more, you're moving, you're switching. There's so many different things that where you're moving positions. Yes, that versatility is very useful, but you're not able to hone in that talent. So nonetheless, Munford is going to be a very solid backup, but he does have that starter potential. And this is a line that is definitely better than what it used to be, but still can use some more improving. And Munford could end up being a solid piece on that line that, you know, ends up doing a lot for this team. At pick 191, we're going to be selecting Tyquan Thornton, the wide receiver out of Baylor. And Thornton might go up earlier in this draft due to his thought to be record-breaking speed. We saw John Ross jump up on drafts after he broke the record, and we thought Thornton did, but he didn't. His college production, though, was very lackluster up until this last year. He really did not do too much he struggled to get on the field up until this last year. But he really does have all the tools to be a speed threat in this league. But he also has that ability to be John Ross 2.0, where he just struggles to find that field again. So putting him in an offense like Minnesota, where there's no true speed threat at receiver, you know, Justin Jefferson's speedy, but that's not the point. It could give Thornton that boost to become greater than Ross and be able to get in that offense right away alongside Thielen and Jefferson and be able to really be that speedy deep threat that can just burn past people. So Thornton definitely would be a solid selection here. At worst, you're getting a good special teamer who's going to use that speed at a moment's notice, honestly. So I like the pick here for Tyquan Thornton. Last but not least, at pick 250, we're going to be selecting Braden Galloway, the tight end out of Clemson. Galloway didn't even play football till late in high school, and he's a former star basketball player. And we've seen a lot of basketball players transition to football and use that athleticism to shine with their ball skills. You know, Jimmy Graham, Antonio Gates, etc. Julius Peppers was one as well, obviously on the defensive side. So Galloway, just with his little production at Clemson, has all that raw ability because of the athleticism and the basketball background. I think he's worth taking a chance on in this tight end room that really, you know, with Conklin being gone, Irv Smith, you know, has dealt with injuries the past couple years. Getting another guy into that room and seeing what you can get out of him, especially a guy that has raw talent, I think would be perfect here in Braden Galloway. And that is going to be it for the Minnesota Vikings mock draft. What do you guys think about it? What would you do differently? Please let me know in the comment section below. I'd love to hear it all. And yeah, what was your favorite pick? What did you not like? Everyone's opinion is valid. It's all just opinion based. So please let me know what you think about it. But of course, if you did enjoy the video, I appreciate you very much. It would help me out a ton if you could leave a like and subscribe on the road to 1K. If you didn't enjoy the video, that's okay. Just refresh the page and let me know what you think about it the second time. Because without further ado, that's going to be from me. I'll see you guys in the next one.
How you talking 50K? How you talking making plays or just talking? Yeah. I do this shit on my own time. Time is money, so I did it on my own dime. Word to Bookie, yeah, this homage gave me game. Yeah, he taught me family ties. Quick to back there, off me. Nah, I can't wait for you.